sensing into the body, connecting with the felt experience of our perceived threat, and asking ourselves the question if it's an actual threat, exploring what we're feeling, why we're feeling it, and spending some time to simply notice and practice presence and awareness around what our mind is perceiving as a thought, how that thought turns into a feeling, how that feeling affects the nervous system, and evaluating whether the reaction that we're having is an appropriate one in measure to what we're experiencing, or if we're experiencing a heightened level of anxiety to something that really is not a big deal. We can then use the power of the breath, use the power of awareness, use the power of presence to acknowledge that our nervous system is reacting, and then instead we can choose that response to breathe deeply into the belly, resetting our nervous system, acknowledging the feeling in our body, acknowledge the story that we're telling ourselves about this perceived threat, reminding ourselves that the thing that we think is dangerous and certain annihilation or certain danger or death is not going to hurt us, that we don't need to react negatively, adversely, intensely, violently, aggressively, that we can instead choose a response from a place of calm, from a place of presence. Now, this doesn't mean that we don't need to react at all. Someone may have said something inappropriate and offensive and insulting, but instead of reacting from a place of anger and frustration and heated and giving your power away to these external environments and other people, we can instead take our power back, choose a more intentional and measured response, and make a choice about how we want to allocate our time and energy to confronting this problem or this conflict, whether we choose to confront it at all. We may not want to confront it. We may realize that we're just reacting negatively to something that is not a big deal, and we can just choose to take our power back, breathe deeply,